Hello dear students, welcome to lesson number 3. So in this lesson we will continue to what extent do you agree or disagree essay. But this one will look at how you can do a balanced approach. And this is something students always try to go for because it seems easy. But I think going for a balanced approach is actually counterintuitive, because maintaining your position clearly when you do a balanced approach is quite difficult. So in this lesson, we will learn how to have a balanced approach for agree or disagree essays and how to maintain a clear position when you do a balanced approach. Because what happens usually when you do a balanced approach essay for to what extent do you agree or disagree essay, it might look like that you have misunderstood or mistaken the question for discuss both views and give your own opinion. They are totally two different rubrics, so you should not confuse them. But if you cannot state your position clearly, there is a good chance that your examiner thinks that you have mistaken this rubric for discuss both views and give your own opinion. So now let's go back to the essence of this question. This question says, to what extent do you agree or disagree? It is, as we saw in the previous lesson, it is totally fine to have a strong position, and you can actually achieve band 7 if you just only include reasons for your own position, not look at the opposite view. But if you would like to achieve higher bands, higher scores, you need to definitely look at the alternative. But some questions you find yourself agreeing partly, and also you have arguments that tilt towards disagreeing. So when this happens, you need to learn how to state your position clearly. But in English, there is a really perfect idiom that describes this common problem when you cannot state your position clearly and your position is ambiguous. It is called sitting on the fence. Sitting on the fence means when you are arguing with somebody, you don't choose sides. You should not say, I agree with both sides. If you are in your thesis statement, you are writing, I agree with both sides or with both views. Or if you say, I partly agree or partly disagree, you're not stating your position clearly, and you can forget about 7 for task response, because for task response, band 7 and above, you need to have a clear position. So it is really important that you are very careful when you would like to do a balanced approach. This is why in the previous lesson, I encourage you guys to always try to have a strong position. And in that strong position essay, include balances that we learned, strawman and concession. However, some questions are simply impossible to have a strong position. So this is why we're going to learn how to do a balanced approach for extreme cases. Look at this essay question. Some people believe that nowadays we have too many choices. Again, we're going to do the same steps we did in the previous lesson. We're going to first of all identify and analyze and understand the question. This question, in my opinion, is the most, at least one of the most difficult rubrics in the IELTS books, because oftentimes students forget to read the question carefully. So if you look at it, it has, some people believe that we have too many choices. All right, let's first of all identify the general topic. Please now pause the video, identify the general topic and specific topic. All right, so the general topic for this question is, of course, choices. Specific topic, do we have too many choices? This is a question that you need to give an answer to. You need to tell if you agree or if you disagree with this question. But let's first of all learn the difference and between too many students and many students. There are many students in my economics lectures. Okay, let's assume you are a student taking economics lessons, and if you say there are many students in my economics lectures, you are simply stating the fact But when you are saying there are too many students in my economics lectures, you are telling that you don't like the fact that there are many students. You think that the fact that there are many students in your economics lectures is a bad thing. In English, too conveys a negative meaning. So what this essay is actually doing, this question is saying, some people believe that increased choice we have, the amount of choice we have, is actually bad. So you need to now tell if you agree or disagree with that statement. To put it simply, we have this essay question. Some people believe that the amount of choice we have nowadays is bad. So they are saying some people believe that the amount of increased choice we have is bad. Now we need to answer this question. Let's keep the general topic and specific question in mind. The general topic for this particular essay question is choices. Choice. Specific topic: does the choice, the increased choice we have, it actually represent something good or represent something bad? So again, I guess when you have increased choice, you probably find yourself to some degree agreeing and to some point disagreeing. So if you look at it, we can say that when you have too many choices, your life is kind of more difficult, because you're overwhelmed by choice. Decision-making process is going to be much more difficult. Sometimes decision-making might not even happen because you have so many things to buy or to choose, and you cannot make your decision. Or we can talk about what is called paradox of choice. A paradox of choice is when you make a purchase and afterwards you regret about your choice, because you think after coming back your home, you think that the other one that you saw actually might have been a better purchase, and you have some negative emotions about the purchase that you have made. So I could have completely disagreed or agreed, but I also have these ideas. Having a lot of options means that you can choose products and things that meet your needs 100% completely. Or with more choice, you will have more opportunities. So as you can see, for both sides, I have really good ideas. I cannot really say that I either 100% agree or 100% disagree. When this happens, you can actually have a balanced approach. So, but you need to be really careful when you're stating your position. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with a general statement, and we're going to state our position clearly. Please now pause the video and try to write your own introduction for this essay question. All right, so you're going to start with choices, with your introduction, with a general statement, and then I hope you were able to show your position clearly, because this one is a little bit difficult because we are doing a balanced approach. Look at this introduction. Modern life presents more choices than in the past. We are starting with introducing the topic, then we are saying, while I can agree with those, because my question, my prompt has some people in it. Now I have to tell if I agree or disagree with those people. And this is something oftentimes students fail to see. While I can agree with those who feel that this increased choice might make life more difficult, I also believe that the amount of choice we have can present more opportunities. So by including while I can agree, why you can agree, and then you're also saying I also believe that, you are clearly telling how you can agree with both viewpoints. So please keep this sentence in mind to state your position clearly. So now what I'm going to do in body paragraph 1, I'm going to write about how increased choice is going to life of people more difficult. And in the next paragraph, I'm going to write about how increased choice can actually present us more opportunities. And this is something that we clearly mentioned in our introduction. To have a balanced approach and to maintain your position clearly, you need to tell the examiner how or why you have that position. Again, I'm going to repeat this. It is really important to have a balanced approach and to maintain your position clearly. When you are stating your position, you need to tell how or why you have that position by including your main ideas in the introduction. So what I'm actually now doing in the body paragraphs, I'm going to write about why I agree in the first paragraph. In the next paragraph, I will tell why I disagree. And again, I am still maintaining my position because I stated my position clearly in the introduction. So I am safe to score band 7 and above because I'm stating my position clearly. So again, you're going to take the topic and you're going to take your reason. Topic is choice, increased choice. And reason, you are saying it is bad because it makes your life more difficult. So you're going to you're going to have your topic sentence. The increase in choices has made people's lives more difficult in a number of ways. So it's a very nice and simple topic sentence. Firstly, the proliferation of choices we face every day has overwhelmed us, causing us to find it difficult to make a decision. So we are starting to write about how decision making can be more difficult. In some cases, it is easy to fail to make any purchase simply because there are many options to choose. So we have developed that idea. So sometimes we might fail to make a purchase because we don't have any choice to make because there are too many options available. Even worse, recent studies have shown that people experience negative emotions after the purchase of an item. All right, we will explain how they experience or have negative emotions. An array of products in the supermarket shelves causes us to regret the decision we've made. This experience is termed as the paradox of choice, since people should be happier about more choice for purchase, but this makes them unhappy. So we are now telling people experience negative emotions after the purchase of a product. So this is actually termed as paradox of choice. So we are now fully developing our ideas. In our topic sentence, we said in a number of ways that we actually included 2 instances. Don't worry, we still have one main idea, but these 2 instances are supporting my main idea. So I still have one main idea in this paragraph. So in the next paragraph, I need to use transition signals very successfully so that I still maintain my position clearly. So I need to include one transition signal that shows the relation between this paragraph, this body 1, and body 2. So it is really important that you choose the transition signal appropriately. So look at this choice of transition signal. Despite these obvious downsides of an increased choice. So we are referring to the previous statement. Despite these obvious downsides of an increased choice, which we mentioned in body paragraph 1, if looked at a different angle, it has benefited many. So we are now saying increased choice actually is something to be happy about. The main advantage has been freedom in unrestricted options in terms of the media. All right. So we're going to talk about the media. In the past, people had no option but to choose from a handful of newspapers or TV channels that were regulated or censored by the government. I remember the times when we only had 2 main state-owned channels which were used as a propaganda machine to control the masses, and I cannot say that this brainwash did not affect my behavior or my worldview. I'm giving a real-life example from my own life, because if you look at the prompt, it says give reasons from your own knowledge or experience. So I am giving an example from my own experience. Today, however, we are presented with a wealth of choice both in terms of printed and broadcasting media. People, as a result, have access to more accurate and unbiased information, which is one of the characteristics of a civilized society. So now we are giving how this increased choice has actually benefited me and society as a whole. So when you have balanced approach, make sure that you choose correct transitional signals so that you show the relationship more smoothly. So again, in my final paragraph, I need to summarize my main ideas and restate my conclusion, restate my position. In conclusion, while the amount of choice at our disposal can make life more challenging, more difficult in some ways, it also means that people will be able to buy products that match their expectations completely. So I have included my main ideas and I also stated my position clearly. So this essay shows that you can also do a balanced approach, but doing a balanced approach can be quite difficult because there is a good chance that you leave your position ambiguous, and if the ambiguity is seen in your essay, your IELTS examiner is going to probably not give you more than 6 for your task response score. Make sure that when you have a balanced approach, you clearly state your position and you choose appropriate transition signals to maintain that position clearly. So please complete the exercises given in the website in order to fully understand this topic, because in our next lessons we will start a new type of question. Thank you.